Mr. Karl Simpson is Director of Research and Innovation and an organiser of the conference. So, what are today's grand biomedical challenges?
The grand medical challenges I think we're facing are largely ageing, the ageing population. I'd have to say population itself, there are simply too many of us and we have to cope with that issue. Moving on to more specifically, if you like, medical challenges, we've got the issues of infectious disease, which we can treat with antibiotics, which, as you may know, are failing us now. And of course, with novel vaccines and established vaccines, which are allowing people to live longer and healthier than they've ever done before. There's another category I'd add to that, which is non-infectious diseases. And these are diseases related to lifestyle, smoking, drugs, alcohol, my own little problem. And of course, we have diet. We're all eating too much, too well, and we can't cope. Our systems were designed to cope in another manner, and we're reacting badly as a society.
And what role do you think the university should adopt in partnership with industry to address these?
I think the university's got two roles to play. One, we've got to generate understanding, so we can understand how we might set about addressing these challenges. That, if you like, is the blue sky end. Secondly, we've got to translate that understanding into mechanisms, tools, which can then directly address these issues. These might be drugs, these might be educational programs which teach us, for example, how not to smoke, how to avoid taking drugs, how to moderate our consumption of alcohol, and indeed, how to eat in a manner which gives us long life and a healthy life.
And what process do you think will help speed benefits from research to clinical use?
Well, today we've been taking part in a conference looking at what's the theme has been translation. How do we move from laboratory bench to the clinic and indeed to the patient? I think one of the ways in which we need to speed the process of, if you like, translating knowledge into effects for society is to develop a way of relating better with industry, relating better with those government bodies which can, if you like, facilitate the transfer of knowledge from academia to industry by creating halfway houses, halfway funding mechanisms which allow us to go into the early stage and mid-stage clinical trials which are necessary before industry, driven by various shareholder pressures, now has to consider before moving into the vast expenditure associated with late-stage clinical trials and late-stage drug development.
And how should the university be thinking about training graduates to meet these challenges?
I think we've got to train our graduates, above all, to think, to be flexible, to be, if you like, reactive and changeable. We train graduates in a vast variety of disciplines, and that's good and right. As a university, we can't just teach medics, we can't just teach chemists. We're teaching philosophers, we're teaching economists, we're teaching business managers. If you look at the way the world is structured today, the chief executive of our best-known drug company, GSK, is an economist by training, and he's heading up the development of multi-billion pounds worth of drug development, tens of billions of pounds worth of drug sales. So you don't need to be a scientist to be working in the drug industry, but you have to have an interest. You've got to have some, if you like, passion about it, and you've got to be excitable and excited by the developments that are challenging society today.
Karl, thank you.
Thank you very much.